Hello and welcome to part two. And this, we're just going to take you through now and give you some examples of how things have progressed from part one's description of Flipping Greenfields, parents coming into the classroom on a Friday afternoon. Through a strong cultural reflection and refining, we were able to establish and realised actually quite quickly that Greenfields in that form was not particularly inclusive. And we really wanted to ensure that we were reaching out as far and wide as we could to ensure that all of our children were benefiting from this pre-teaching or prep work that was going on with on a Friday afternoon. So we asked our teachers to record their sessions on a Friday afternoon, but as you can quite imagine, the recordings were pretty poor, quite frankly. The quality of sound wasn't good enough, and it just was not going to be beneficial to share that with our parents. So on reflection, we spoke with our teaching staff body, and they agreed to enhance the Friday afternoon Open Doors Flipping Greenfields with a video film recording that they would record at the end of the day to enhance that offer. So, you know, exploring whether it be a new maths or English concept, they would model it, they would talk it through with the children in a video, a little bit more personalised, and that would be shared then with the parents so that they could look at Flipping Greenfields over the weekend in preparation for Monday morning. Now, you may wonder, why on earth would you do that when there is a wealth of brilliant films, brilliant clips of concepts in learning all over YouTube? Well, I want to just remind you that this, Flipping Greenfields was designed for our disadvantaged pupils, for the pupils who absolutely need the strong relationship that they have with their teacher to ensure the engagement when it comes to learning from home. Now, these children, we know, look at their teacher often as their champion. So we wanted to keep it quite personal to what, you know, to keeping that relationship strong. And that increases or secures engagement with those pupils. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you a couple of examples, in fact, 3 examples of teachers. Oh, here we go. Of the teachers and their recordings, their films. Now I'm going to show you 3 examples, and they're all a little bit different, and hopefully that will give you kind of the meat on the bones, if you like, in terms of what we send home as part of Flipping Greenfields. So this is a Year 3 extract.
This week we are still looking at fractions. So we've done a whole week all about fractions, and we're going to carry on this week. So I've got some Lego out here that I've been looking at fractions. So here I've got one whole, and to represent that whole, I've split that into 2 pieces.
So I'm going to show you now an English video recording for Year 1. Some teachers are more confident than others in front of the camera.
Next week in Year 1, we are learning to write the story Dinosaur Roar. This story is about lots of different types of dinosaurs. Timmy the T-Rex. Timmy the T-Rex would love it if you could practice using adjectives at home. What's an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes.
Okay, hopefully that kind of gives you 2 examples. I'm going to just show you one more.
This week we're going to be looking at ordering decimal numbers. So we're going to have a look at how to do that and which numbers are going to be our clue numbers. So let's have a look at these numbers that we've got in front of us. 0.23, 0.8, 0.83 and 0.7. The first thing I need to do when I'm looking at these numbers, and I'm going to order them from largest to smallest, is I'm going to look for the most significant digit. Our most significant digit is this whole number here, this side of the decimal point. So we haven't got any.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because I hope that you have got a better understanding of kind of what we're talking about here. Very personalised films, appropriate to the next steps in the learning, to enable our children to feel prepared for the next week. It's not rocket science. It's not big show time. Teachers are just doing what they do and filming for the children in preparation. So predominantly looking at the core subjects, although more recently with a much more subject-focused curriculum, we're seeing more and more of the foundation subjects creeping into our Flipping Greenfields films, quite appropriately, I have to say. Okay, so a little tongue-in-cheek here, winner, winner, chicken dinner, because actually now we're a couple of years through our journey, and we've certainly seen that Flipping Greenfields benefits more than just our disadvantaged pupils. Our SEN, EAL children are able to watch our videos, but not only just watch. I mean, it's not revolutionary. You can rewind it, you can play it again. You don't have to ask the teacher to say it again. You don't have to put your hand up and say, I don't really get it, because you can rerun these videos. So we're seeing the benefits certainly in our SEN pupils and our EAL pupils who might have struggled with the language, not knowing the language, but having the demonstration alongside the teacher talking, incredibly powerful. It's also been beneficial to our less confident or anxious children. Knowing what you're learning the next week makes for a much, much more settled Sunday night, Monday morning. We've certainly found less, stress levels much lower, if you like, and also benefiting our parents. Our parents have commented, "Oh, it's so good to know how you teach things." Because it is different, from school to school, even primary to primary. In 2021, we teach in different ways. So giving our parents a true insight into how we teach, they've expressed how pleasing that's been for them. And then I also put there, you don't have to have a diagnosis to have a bad Monday morning. But if we know what's coming up, if we're prepared for what's ahead, then actually we can park that bad morning and quickly move into what's going on in school. So Flipping Greenfields really is a winner, chicken dinner in my view. Now the fundamentals to Flipping Greenfields' successes have been that they are personal films. Like I said already, why not YouTube? Well, hopefully you're starting to see that if teachers are able to have conversation with children at home, they're going to have a greater impact and better engagement in accessing the learning. Quite often our teachers popped in a little quiz question or told a funny joke in terms of engaging the children and helping them to want to go and watch the supporting video for Flipping Greenfields. And it's inclusive. Now, not just inclusive for our teachers who might be a little bit apprehensive about doing showtime in front of the camera, but absolutely inclusive in terms of children accessing the films, because not only have you got those films for a Friday afternoon that you're sending home, we send it home onto our platform called DirecTV. That's the vehicle we use, and our parents can access the videos that way. But actually we can have them in school also, and on a Monday morning for those children who have not watched the video, not only did they have the Friday afternoon session with their teacher and the parents who attended, but on Monday morning, Flipping Greenfields video will be playing for them. So even if they haven't had access on the weekend, they still can. So it's an inclusive strategy. And I really strongly urge you to explore this. Now, I said at the beginning that this is appropriate for secondary, and secondary schools are using it. Subject leaders in secondary school are creating video content, and those nuggets of learning can be sent to, for children to access in preparation for the learning ahead. I know one secondary school who is using it brilliantly for their SEN children, and seeing a remarkable impact already. So I urge you to explore this while we're in a time where teachers are becoming a little bit more au fait with filmmaking. And I really hope that you have found my presentation interesting. And I hope you have a couple of takeaways at least. That'd be brilliant. Okay, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of educating Northants.